Picture this. You're standing in the middle of Rio de Janeiro, surrounded by a sea of vibrant colors, pulsating rhythms, and joyous faces. The air is electric with excitement, and you can't help but move to the infectious beat of samba. Welcome to Brazilian Carnival, the world's biggest party. But have you ever wondered how this spectacular celebration came to be? Buckle up, because we're about to take a whirlwind tour through the fascinating origins of this larger-than-life festival. Let's rewind the clock to the 1600s. Portugal has just colonized Brazil, and along with their language and customs, they bring over a pre-Lenten celebration called Entrudo. Now, Entrudo wasn't exactly the glitzy affair we see today. It was more like a massive food fight, with people hurling flour, eggs, and even mud at each other in the streets. Talk about a messy good time. But wait, there's more to this story. While the Portuguese were busy flinging food, the enslaved Africans brought to Brazil were introducing their own rich traditions. They celebrated with lively music, energetic dances, and colorful costumes that honored their ancestral spirits. It's like they were laying down the groundwork for the future of Carnival without even knowing it. As the years rolled by, these two distinct celebrations started to mingle and merge. The result, a uniquely Brazilian blend of European revelry and African rhythms. It's like a cultural cocktail, shaken and stirred to perfection. Now let's fast forward to the 19th century. Carnival is evolving, and it's getting fancy. The elite in Rio de Janeiro start hosting lavish masquerade balls, inspired by the grand carnivals of Venice. Picture ornate masks, elaborate costumes, and champagne flowing like water. It's a far cry from the mudslinging days of Entrudo. But here's where it gets really interesting. While the upper crust was waltzing in ballrooms, something magical was happening in the streets. The working class and Afro-Brazilians were creating their own carnival traditions. They formed cordões, which were informal street parades filled with music, dance, and improvised costumes. These cordões were the precursors to the modern samba schools we know and love today. Speaking of samba, we can't talk about Carnival without diving into this iconic Brazilian rhythm. Samba emerged from the Afro-Brazilian communities in Rio de Janeiro in the early 20th century. It's a fusion of African rhythms and European melodies, with a dash of indigenous flavors thrown in for good measure. When samba hit the carnival scene, it was like striking a match in a room full of fireworks. The explosion of energy and creativity was unstoppable. In 1917, the first samba song specifically composed for Carnival was recorded. Its title, Pelo Telefone, or By Telephone. Can you imagine a world where a song about telephones was groundbreaking? Well, in the world of Carnival, it was revolutionary. This catchy tune paved the way for samba to become the heartbeat of the celebration. Now, let's talk about those fabulous samba schools. They're not schools in the traditional sense. You won't find any desks or chalkboards here. Instead, they're community organizations that spend all year preparing for their moment in the spotlight during Carnival. The first official samba school, Deixa Falar, was founded in 1928. Today, there are over 70 samba schools in Rio alone, each vying for the title of Carnival champion. But hold on to your feathers, because Carnival isn't just a Rio thing. Cities all over Brazil have their own unique flavors of the festival. In Salvador, Bahia, you'll find the Trio Elétricos, massive trucks equipped with powerful sound systems and stages for live performances. They cruise through the streets, followed by thousands of revelers. It's like a mobile concert meets a marathon. In Recife and Olinda, in northeastern Brazil, Carnival has a distinctly different vibe. Here, the star of the show is frevo, a frenetic dance accompanied by fast-paced music. Imagine trying to dance while simultaneously jumping, kicking, and twirling a small umbrella. That's frevo for you. It's not for the faint of heart. As Carnival evolved, it became more than just a party. It turned into a mirror reflecting Brazilian society, warts and all. Samba schools often use their parades to comment on social and political issues. From criticizing corrupt politicians to celebrating national heroes, Carnival has become a platform for expressing the hopes, dreams, and frustrations of the Brazilian people. And let's not forget the economic impact. Carnival pumps billions of dollars into the Brazilian economy each year. It creates jobs, boosts tourism, and showcases Brazilian culture to the world. Not bad for a party that started with people throwing food at each other, right? Today, Brazilian Carnival is a spectacular fusion of history, culture, and pure joy. It's a time when social barriers break down, and everyone, rich or poor, local or tourist, comes together to celebrate life. The glittering costumes, the pulsating rhythms, the dazzling parades, they're all part of a tradition that's been centuries in the making. So the next time you see footage of Brazilian Carnival, remember, you're not just watching a party, you're witnessing the culmination of hundreds of years of history, a blend of diverse cultures, and the irrepressible spirit of a nation that knows how to celebrate like no other. From muddy street fights to sequined spectacles, from European waltzes to African rhythms, Carnival has come a long way. And if there's one thing we can be sure of, it's that this incredible festival will keep evolving, surprising, and delighting us for centuries to come. Now, who's ready to samba?